Welcome back to the Twitter-Pated Mama. I'm here with Nancy Pants from the Token Pants channel, and today we're going to show you how to make cake pops. Here's what you'll need. 2 boxes of cake mix, 2 cans of frosting, lollipop or cookie pop sticks, small treat sacks, twist ties, and 4 bags of candy melts. First step is to prepare your cakes according to the instructions on the box. Once your cakes are cooled, transfer them into large mixing bowls. So we're at the point where the cakes are fully baked. We've got the vanilla here, the chocolate here, and what you're going to do at this point is just crush them up. You can use your hands, you can use tools if you need to.
Wolverine claws.
Claws. But you're just going to break it apart until your cakes are like a breadcrumb consistency. Feels good, right? The nice thing about doing your cake pops this way is if your cakes don't come out of the pan perfectly, which ours didn't, it doesn't matter because you're going to break them all up anyway.
It feels like that, and the kinetic
sand, yeah. And if you've got little ones that are interested in helping you, you can have them do this part too. So this does not take too long. You don't have to crush it all the way because you're going to continue working your cake when you add the frosting. So how's yours coming, Nancy?
Oh, good. It smells delicious.
Nice.
I
So
can
good.
smell it from here, and I'm like, yes.
The whole house smells incredible.
Well, I just made a mess. Well, yeah.
That's okay. We have a tablecloth. So here's what my cake looks like now. All crumbled. All right, and now we've got the frostings that we purchased at the Dollar Tree. So we're adding the vanilla frosting to the yellow cake mix and the chocolate fudge frosting to the chocolate cake mix. And you just add it in, whole thing. All right, once you get it in the bowl, you're just gonna start working it with your hands and working that frosting through your cake. We wore gloves for this part, but you can feel free to do it with your bare hands, whatever you're comfortable with. And you're just gonna mush it all together until you get that frosting all worked through all of your cake. So it's gonna be a little sticky, and it really is gonna feel like a sugar cookie dough. That's what it's gonna feel like when you have it all mixed in. Okay, I think I've got mine just about fully mixed. And here's what it's looking like. Like a cookie dough. Now that we have both of these mixed, we're going to move on to actually forming our cake balls. We move our frosting stuff out of the way. Our tools of destruction. Although our hands worked perfectly fine, so we didn't even need them. Now all I've done here, just a cookie sheet with parchment paper, and I sprayed it with some canola spray just to help the parchment stay down flat. And these don't have to be perfect, so they're going to be, Nancy, for reference, like 1.5 to 2 inch in diameter.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just going to grab a little ball, and you're just going to roll it. Make it nice and round. Cute, and you have a cake ball. That's soon going to be a cake pop. That's about the size that I want for mine. And remember, they're going to be a little bigger once we dip them in the candy shell. You go through all of your cake mix. We are hoping to get about 60, but we'll see. We've got 2 boxes of cake mix, so we'll know by the end of this how many we yield.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Looks like
And if it ends up a little too big, like mine did, you just pinch a little off. You're going to do all your balls, lay them on your parchment, and then you are going to chill them before you do anything else.
How long do you chill them for?
We're going to try 30 minutes, make sure they're nice and cold.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our cake pop sticks. So we're back now, and our cake pops have been chilling in the refrigerator. So they're nice and cold. They've only been there about 30 minutes or so. And we've melted down the bright white candy melts. So they're nice and melted. I bought the Wilton cookie sticks. They also make the smaller lollipop sticks. You can use either one. I just bought these because I wanted to make 60 and these came with 60. All right. So the way we're going to apply this is you're just going to take your sticks. You're going to dip them into the melted candy. And then you're just going to insert that into the cake pop. It's going to look like that. It just helps it stay on there a little bit. Okay.
How long do you leave?
All right.
Do you
Now we're going to put this back in the fridge. So now that we have all the sticks inside of the cake pops, we're going to put these back in the fridge, let that harden up a little bit, and then we're going to dip the whole pop in the colored candy melts. All right. So our cake pops were chilling in the fridge after we dipped them in the candy and put the sticks in. So they look perfect. And if you have any that split, don't worry about it. Pinch them back together. If you need to, you can put a little candy between to hold it together, but they should be moldable enough that you can just pinch them back together. Not a big deal. What we've done now is melted down the Wilton candy melts. Okay, so they're nice and liquefied. And they've cooled a bit. You don't want to do this when it's piping hot right out of the microwave. So when you're melting those, just do 30 seconds at a time. Stir, another 30 seconds, stir. And these can overheat, so be careful that you don't overheat them because then it just stiffens up and it's not usable. So our theme again is Sonic the Hedgehog blue, Mario red, and Luigi green. So we're doing 60 total cake pops, 20 of each color. So we're going to dip them in their primary color, and then they're going to be decorated with the white drizzle. So all you're going to do, you're just going to take your cake pop and dip it down into that beautiful melted candy and get it all the way around. Up. And let that candy melt right off. Evenly coated. Awesome.
That looks super yummy.
Mm-hmm. And then you're just going to stick them right back down flat on your parchment paper and they'll pop right off of the parchment paper. And you'll want to be sure that you use something to melt your candy that's deep enough that you can fit the whole pop in there. So a kind of narrow container is best. Awesome.
You don't tap these? I've seen people that have made them.
You
and then they tap them.
You can tap them and tap the excess off, or if you've got the patience, you can just let it drip off like that. And because we're laying them flat on the parchment paper here, I'll show you that. Because we're laying them flat like that, you're going to have a flat bottom. And you'll see the way we package these, they're going to remain like this. So they're going to look with the cake pop part on the bottom and the sticks pointing up. And they're going to be really cute. All right, so we are on to the very last steps of this cake pop. And as you can see, they're completely dipped and the candy has hardened. And now we're going to be doing a white candy drizzle over the top. So we're just going to use the melted white candy and do a little drizzle right over the top of the completed cake pops. So when you do your cake pops, you're just going to hold it in your hand and then drizzle the chocolate over like so. And if you keep it in your hand like this, you will avoid making a mess on your stick.
Video of Nancy.
Okay, so we finished putting the white drizzle on all of our cake pops.
Beautiful.
And we have a few that look like they are probably ready to package. So I bought, by the brand Celebrated at Michael's, how many? 100 of these treat sacks. And they actually show cake pops on them, so they're made for this. And this is what we're going to package them in. self-explanatory, but I'll walk you through it for those of you that are like, hey, we want a full tutorial here. You're gonna take your cake pop, you're gonna pop them inside your little treat sack. And then these bags did not come with a twist tie, but I happen to have some left over from a prior project. So just get yourself any color twist tie that corresponds with your project. We're going with the silver. You're going to put your cake pop right in the package. Twist tie it up. And you have a complete little pop. Now, you could stop here and you have a beautiful little party favor. But why stop there, right? Why stop there? We have made little tags that are going to slide right on to the stick. Here's our first example. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog. It says, thanks for coming to the Hankin Bros birthday. And this is just going to slide. I'm doing it through. Onto stick.
That is adorable.
And there you have it. A complete little party favor. And we also have two other ones. So it's a Sonic, Mario, and Luigi. We cannot forget that.
No.
That's very important.
Luigi is important.
Luigi's and very important. So we have the cake pop tags with all the designs. Mario
and
Luigi. So what do you think? Your first time making cake pops?
It is very easy.
It's very easy.
Like, in my head, I imagined it to be like super difficult, and now that I've done it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's not difficult. They're very simple. It is time consuming. From start to finish, making the cake to the finished product, this is probably about 4 hours time.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, we've been chit-chatting and having a good time, but yeah, you're going to want to spend, a good solid morning or solid afternoon making these. Now, I told you earlier we weren't sure how many of these would yield. We wanted 60, and we actually ended up with about 70.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have enough of these sticks. We had to use some old popsicle sticks from another craft project. So if you do 2 boxes of cake mix and 2 cans of frosting, you're going to get at least 60 cake pops if you make them about this size. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Give us some feedback on other tutorials you'd like to see, and enjoy any parties that you're planning, and put some videos up so we can see what you're doing and handing out to your party guests.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. That I need like a sign off.
Hey man,
because I had this argument with my husband this.
Did you really?
And he's now gonna hear you on his side. So
no.
Thank you so much for that.
No. Nope. I was just thinking, because I was thinking about Bambi. Every time you say Twitter page, I think about Bambi, and I was like, all right. I was just
oh, kidding. You two are so alike. I can't stand it. And we're gonna retake. And we're gonna do a retake. All right. Okay, that's all right. That was practice. Let's move these out. Bad idea. Bad idea. Now we know. Now we know.
That's our intro.